Oh, in fact, what are we going to see today is nothing but so some part of the previous class, that is in the previous class we talked about the complete design of a satellite. In that complete design of a satellite, uplink design and downlink design both are included, and where we explained and we completed the complete design of a satellite by considering the carrier to noise power spectral density, taking separately for uplink, carrier to noise power spectral density, and the downlink we have added, and we have got that one. And one more is, if the interfering signal is involved, if the interfering signal is involved, then what could be the total carrier to noise power spectral density? In that C by N naught, if the interfering signal, generally we consider that interfering signal as a I we are going to considering interfering signal, and that is if that I is present there, and what could be the net C by N naught T is going to be, that small part we will see later on. We discuss we'll see the two problems regarding this. We'll solve two problems. We'll see the two problems. So that's what we are going to see in this class. We are going to see the what did we covered in the previous class, and in continuation to that, if the interfering signal is involved in that, what could be the total signal to noise spectral density T total, or the overall signal to noise power spectral density, and other parameters we'll see. So as usually, so in that complete link design, the whole illustration can be considered for 3 or 4 equations or 3 or 4 steps, we can say. Number one is the complete link design consisting of uplink and downlink and the satellite. So at station 1, satellite, at station 2, clear, uplink and downlink, that is the one point. And here for the uplink, what is the C by N naught. So first thing, what are we going to do is what could be the carrier signal that has been received by the receiving earth station, carrier signal power or carrier power. So for that, just we are going to write the equation, and then receiving earth station means it is going up and coming down. This one, what is the carrier power that has been received by the receiving input of the receiving earth station 2, earth station 1, earth station 2. That is what we are going to give the equation 1. And equation 2 would be, what is the noise power spectral density at the receiving earth station, or at the input of the receiving earth station, or receiving antenna of the receiving earth station. That we are going to consider N naught, and C by N naught we are going to do. And then obviously there will be simplification where GT, GR, GS will be there. GT, GR, GS will be GT transmitting antenna gain, PT transmitting power, GR the receiving antenna gain, GS the satellite antenna gain, etc. In that, there will also be a losses. We kept the capital L at the denominator, and C by N we are going to do that. In both the cases, C what is the transmitted power and subtract the losses. In the N also, noise power by the loss, and in the L gets cancelled. Some simplification we are going to do. And one more point you need to add, or you need to consider while you are designing this complete link design, if the satellite transponder is having the bandwidth B, and if it transmits the power PT, then you have the GS. So in that simplification one, GS will be there, satellite antenna gain. So for that, we are going to substituting the GS by considering this conclusion or considering this point. What is that? If the transponder is having the bandwidth of B and transmitting the power of PT, then the GS is going to be PT by CU plus NOU, that is a noise power spectral density for uplink, into B. That condition we are going to considering, and you are placing that in place of the GS, and further you are going to simplifying, and finally you are going to get that C by NT is approximately equals to C by N naught D. By simplifying step by step, finally you need to conclude, and you have to conclude that the carrier to noise power spectral density, the total carrier to noise power spectral density of a satellite is approximately equal to C by N naught D. Therefore, especially the complete link design is going to depends on the downlink carrier to noise power spectral density C by N D. So now these things up to that we have completed, and now I am going to share the screen, and we will see the next topic as well. So now here just you can see, so I am closing this video, and now just you can see this is what is the first equation. Please all of you see what is the first equation you are going to consider for this is the useful carrier power at the receiving earth station. Please see, at the receiving earth station, this is the earth station 1, transponder or satellite, and receiving earth station 2. From here, what could be the receiving carrier power? So now this will be given as ikkada paiki velli kindiki vachinatuvanti signal. So that is nothing but uplink carrier power into GS, GT, GR by L. L anedi losses. That is, you need to subtract that one. So now here, this all the parameters are given. That is the first equation. Here we took the carrier power. Similarly, in the second equation, we also took the at the input of the receiving earth station, what is the noise power? N naught. Sorry, noise power spectral density. Noise power and only N ostundi. Noise power spectral density. We are going to deriving carrier to noise power spectral density. Therefore, N naught. So, pi dantlo carrier power enti at the receiving earth station. At the receiving earth station, what is the noise power spectral density? That is, during this NOD, downlink noise power spectral density plus uplink noise power spectral density, and this whole thing, this carrier power plus downlink noise power spectral density would be the noise power spectral density available at the input of the receiving earth station 2. That is the equation 2. Now C by N will be the third equation. Is it right? Carrier to noise power spectral density. C by N, suffix T we mentioned here, that is the T for overall gain, overall or the total C by N naught. Just simply simplifying that, and in that simplification, you are going to dividing the numerator and denominator by the GS, GT, GR, and where you are going to get, after that you are going to get CO by this one, and here it is, the GS is there. Ikkada C by N naught rasin tarvata LL gets cancel అయిపోయి GS, GT, GR ni remove cheyadam garu. Just you are subtracting numerator denominator by this GS, GT, GR. After that, you are going to substituting the GS, that is the gain of the satellite antenna. So danni manam transponder bandwidth is B, if the transponder bandwidth is B and it radiates the power PT, then the gain of that transponder antenna or satellite antenna is given by PT by CU uplink carrier power plus NOU into B, that is a noise power spectral density for the uplink into its bandwidth. So ikkada ee GS ne third equation tho manam ee statement ichi define chesi you are going to substituting this one. Then after all then everything is simplification only. Then the useful this is all over. And now we know that C by N. So we have completed the simplification. What is the L by PT GT GR value? To substitute that one, we knew that downlink signal, just let me zoom it. We knew that signal power CD, that is the downlink carrier power, is given by ikkada PC PT GT GR by L. Then you substitute that C by N naught is equals to this one. Ikkada PT GT GR by L. From this downlink carrier power ni separate ga తీసుకొని ఇది PT GT GR by L is equals to 1 by CD. Therefore we are going to substituting this one 1 by CD here and simplifying that and again dividing the equation everything numerator and denominator by N naught D NOU simplification you have to do it and you are going to get the finally this equation CU C naught and this one C by C naught T is equals to, this is also we completed. In most of the cases, B is very much less than these two terms. B can be neglected or omitted. Therefore, equation 5 will becomes C by N naught D plus C by N naught U by this one. And again, simplification, you are going to get 1 by C naught is nothing but this C by 1 by C by N naught T, it will be inverse, it will be the inverse, this is also inverse. So now these things already we are done in the yesterday's class. So one more point is from this equation number 6, the final, before we give this conclusion, one point is C by N naught U inverse is there. So C by N naught T inverse, the total overall gain of the carrier to noise power spectral density is equals to this carrier to noise power spectral density for the uplink, carrier to noise power spectral density for the downlink. Both the cases, there is an inverse. So now here you can see that this is the carrier to noise power for uplink. Obviously, the same signal is going up to the satellite and coming down. So if you compare uplink and downlink values, the powers, obviously uplink power is greater than the downlink power. Therefore, you can say that C by N naught U is greater than C by N naught D, which means that if it is inverse 1 by this greater value, definitely it will becomes less. You know, I'm talking in the first statement C by N naught, I'm telling you, C by N naught is greater than the C by N naught D, because C by N naught is one path, uplink only. It is downlink means, and again it is coming down, obviously the signal strength will be reduced. Therefore, if it is inverse 1 by of this greater, obviously it becomes less, and this is the less 1 by of this becomes high. Therefore, we can omit this one, we can neglect this one. Therefore, this C by N naught T inverse is equal to C by N naught D inverse, or C by N naught T is equals to C by N naught D. So this is what approximately equals to this. This is what we have considered in the last class, and now it is also added that if at all a noise interfering signal is present, anyhow it is the noise power, signal power is there. This is one equation is over. It is over. Primary aim we obtain, and now in this signal, if at all interfering signal is there, considering that interfering signal is represented by the capital I, interfering signal. So therefore, carrier to noise power for a carrier to noise power spectral density. Carrier to noise power, we are talking about the interfering signal is involved here, C by N naught net uplink. So ఇక్కడ వరకు అయిపోయింది. దీంట్లో interfering signal involved అయినప్పుడు additional point we are going to give here, C by N naught carrier to noise power for net uplink. If it is noise is involved, interfering, sorry, noise, it is already involved. I am not talking about the noise. If at all interfering signal is involved, noise in the sense, obviously, inherently, due to the Johnson noise and this thermal noise will be included in the power. But here, if it is interfering signal is involved, then the net uplink signal, uplink carrier to noise power, net uplink carrier to noise power is equals to ఏమవుతుంది in this case just in this case carrier to noise power spectral density C by N naught U. ఇక్కడ కూడా net uplink ఏమవుతుంది, uplink signal to noise power ratio C by N naught, C by N U plus C by I U. Inverse will be there. Here it is, inverse will be there. Please keep the inverse here. It is missed here. Carrier to noise power net uplink is equals to carrier to noise power uplink inverse plus carrier to interfering signal. So is signal interfering signal, that is what is the above statement. If we include the effect of the interfering signal and I represents the noise power for that interfering signal. Interfering signal is involved. Therefore, what could be the noise power for that interfering signal, assuming it as a I? Therefore, carrier to interfering signal noise power, carrier to I. It is carrier to noise power, carrier to interfering signal noise power. Therefore, C by N naught U inverse plus C by N naught, C by I U, C by N inverse uplink plus C by I inverse. ఇక్కడ ఇన్వర్స్ ఉంటుంది, C by I U inverse. ఇక్కడ ఇన్వర్స్ తీసాం కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ హోల్ ఇన్వర్స్ ఉంటుంది దీని మొత్తానికి. ఇక్కడ ఇన్వర్స్ ఉండాల్సింది దీని మొత్తానికి పెట్టడం. జస్ట్ దిస్ ఇస్ ఫర్ నెట్ అప్లింక్. సిమిలర్లీ యూ కెన్ గో ఫర్ ది నెట్ డౌన్ లింక్. ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో సేమ్. C by N net downlink is going to be C by N D inverse C by I D total, this one. And C by N net uplink is this. Similarly for downlink we can write C by N net downlink is going to be C by N D inverse plus C by I D, C by I D inverse. ఇక్కడ రెండిట్లో ఇన్వర్స్ ఇక్కడ మిస్ అయింది. C by I, please remember. So now by combining this 7 and 8, the net will be the net uplink plus C by N net uplink plus C by N net downlink. So if you consider that the total carrier to noise power C by N net, which means that C by N net up plus C by N net down. Total this one. This is nothing but the total. C by N net in the sense total. So what is this? C by N net uplink plus C by N net downlink. C by N net uplink and C by N net downlink. So now here C by N net is equals to C by N net uplink, C by N inverse plus C by I U inverse, because uplink plus carrier power of the interfering signal even end plus same C by N D, ఇక్కడ కూడా D, ఇక్కడ కూడా D. ఈ రెండింటినప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాము, యాడ్ చేసే C by N inverse, C by N inverse plus C by I inverse. సో వేర్ అంటే ఈ రెండు టర్మ్స్ కి U plus D కి ఒక టర్మ్ నెట్ U plus D, అలాగే interfering signal C by IU plus C by ID. D missing U plus D. U plus D. So C by N inverse is nothing but here I mentioned. So where C by I inverse is equals to C by IU plus C by ID. ఈ రెండు బదులుగా ఇది C by N inverse దీని బదులుగా C by N U plus C by N D. So this will be the C by N net value. And now we have to consider for the two cases for this illustration. Those two cases are, please see this value. This is the, if we include the interfering signal into the carrier to noise power spectral density, into the carrier power, therefore into the satellite link. If you consider the interfering signals, please say C by N inverse plus C by I inverse. So please consider these are the two terms for the net carrier to noise power. So if the case one, let us say this is the one, this is the two. If C by I is greater than C by this one, C by I is greater than C by N. Please see. The net C by N is equals to C by N inverse plus C by I inverse. Two conclusions you are going to give. One is if this C by I is greater than, that is a carrier to interfering noise power. Interfering noise power is represented by I. Interfering signal on a noise power. Carrier noise power. If this ratio is less than this one, we can say that what is this? C by I, in this term, I is greater. If it is, in this case, we are going to say that C by I is greater, which means what? I is less. I is less. C by I is greater, which means that I is less. In case, if it is I is less for a 1 by this one, no, definitely it will be the more. C by I is more. I will be more. Interfering signal is more. Therefore, we can say that if C by I is greater than the C by N, it is going to be said that it is noise dominant. Noise dominant link. It is called as a noise dominant link. I repeat again. Ikkada C by I greater than ante I value తక్కువగా ఉంటే C by I గ్రేటర్ ఉంటుంది, రైట్. I తక్కువగా ఉంటేనే C by I ఎక్కువగా ఉంటుంది. I తక్కువగా ఉంటుంది. బట్ ఇన్వర్స్ తీసుకుంటే C by I ఇన్వర్స్, ఇక్కడ ఈ వాల్యూ మొత్తం ఎక్కువ అనుకున్నాం కాబట్టి ఇది C by I ఇన్వర్స్ విల్ బి దిస్ ఎక్కువ కాబట్టి it will be less. Then we are going to say that this value is the dominant value. C by N will be dominant. Similarly, you can look into this second case. C by I is less than the C by N. Here, I is greater. Because of this, inverse will becomes lesser. Inverse will becomes lesser. Once this inverse value has become lesser, we are going to say that this term is dominant. Therefore, interfering signal is dominant. This term is C by I inverse is becoming less. Therefore, interfering signal is dominant. In this case, this is high, C by N becomes more. C by I inverse becomes more. Therefore, this will be the dominant. It is the dominant, noise dominant. This is the noise dominant. So now, these are the two cases when interfering signal is involved in the signal, involved in the link. Interfering signal is involved in the signal, in the link, satellite link, or in the carrier signal. And now we are going to, so దీంట్లో because this is very important for the examination point of view. Please, all of you pay the attention to this. Complete link design is very important for the examination point of view. Please go through it well and study it once again. I will give the same slides, this PPTs to you, and also the video links will also be available. And now this is all over. This is the problem. So now we are going to see the problem now. Hello? Now please see, this is the problem. Either the complete link design or this kind of problems are definitely can be expected in the exams. So please be clear about this. So in the problem one, please all of you see this problem in a link budget. So I already told you that budget is nothing but giving all the details in a tabular column, in a table. So now, though there will not be a table here, it is nothing but a table, parameter name and its values. So it is the link budget. In a link budget, this is the link budget calculation. This link budget calculation has been done at a frequency of 3.95 gigahertz for the parameters given below. E parameters raavadaniki link budget has calculated at a signal frequency of 3.95 gigahertz. 3.95 gigahertz. Just you can also imagine, you can also expect that it is the downlink frequency for C-band. Is it right? 3.95. So now here also it is given that calculate the downlink carrier to noise power ratio. Clear? Please all of you see the link budget has been given. All these details have been given. See, link budget calculation at 3.95 gigahertz for the parameters given below. All the data has been given for a 3.95 gigahertz of a link budget. They have calculated. And you are asked to calculate the downlink carrier to noise power. Calculate the downlink carrier to noise power. So now, this is the data given in the problem itself. In the problem, these are all the data. What is the data has been given? Transmit power PT has been given 10 dB watts. This link budget calculation lo, this tabular column lo, problem lo already ichcharu. PT, transmit power has been given. Transmit waveguide losses. The losses has been given. LTW means the waveguide transmitting losses 1.5 dB. Transmit antenna gain GT. At the transmitting antenna gain, from this is a transmitting antenna gain. This is 27 dB watts gain has been given. Free space loss LP is nothing but the free space loss has been given 196 dB. Atmospheric loss absorption loss has been given. Atmospheric absorption loss LA has been given 0.1 dB. Receiver antenna gain GR. Receiving antenna gain 40.2 dB. Receiving waveguide loss. Ikkada transmitting waveguide loss and here it is receiving waveguide loss. Ante satellite lo untundi. Receiving waveguide loss. LRW receiving waveguide loss 0.5 dB, system noise temperature TS 21.5 dB, all are in dB. Kelvin, it is converted to 21.5 dB. Boltzmann constant K has been given minus 228.6 dB per Hertz Kelvin, dB watts. Boltzmann constant. Bandwidth at 25 megahertz, the noise bandwidth is converted to 74 dB hertz. So now this big table will be given in the problem, will be given and has been given in the problem. So now this is the data has been given. The operating frequency would be these all these details are calculated at this 3.95 gigahertz, and you are asked to calculate the downlink carrier to noise power, C by N. What is that? C by N D. Calculate the downlink noise power ratio, C by N D. Carrier to noise power ratio at the downlink, because this is given in. Calculate the downlink carrier noise power. So what do you do here? Is it clear? What is your aim? C by N for a downlink. Carrier to noise power for a downlink you supposed to calculate. That is the problem aim. For this, all the values are given in dBs. Please all of you look into this. In the table or in the link budget calculated is given in dB. 1.5 dB, 27 dB, 196 dB, everything is dB. So now directly you can take the ratio and subtracting the numerator dB value, denominator dB value from the numerator will give us the C by N. Suppose C by N is there, you have to take the dB value of C, and from that N is a noise power dB value, you have to subtract. Then you are going to get the C by N. C by N. So ikkada C by N for the downlink anukovali. Clear? So what is this? And generally, what is the carrier power at the receiving antenna of the earth station, and what is the noise power at the receiving antenna of the earth station? This you need to consider. This you need to consider. Right? Adi rasesi C by N bedese, you are going to get the value. Right? Please all of you see this. Calculate the downlink carrier to noise power ratio. Downlink. So C by N D. C by N means what is the C, that is the carrier power at the receiving earth station. What is the carrier power at the input of the receiving earth station? One equation you write. And N, what is the noise power at the receiving earth station, receiving antenna of the earth station? Second equation. Just you substitute C by N, you are going to get. For that, all the values are given. What is this? C by N. Carrier power at the receiving earth station ఏమవుతుంది? PT, GT, GR, PT, GT, GR minus losses. Minus losses. What kind of losses are there? PT, GT, GR minus all these losses. So now you have to consider the solution for this. So the solution is all the data is given in the link budget table, link budget information in the table. You are asked to find C by N is equals to how much? This is for D, downlink. So you know that C by N, what is the C by N formula for this? PR by N. What is the PR? Received power. What is the N? Noise power. So received power, noise power. At what? Receiving earth station antenna. So now here, so if you know this PR value and N value, then simply substitute this, subtract this out, because all these values are in dBs. Therefore, subtracting this N value from this PR value will be the answer. That is C by N. So we know that PR formula. ఇక్కడ మనకు కావాల్సింది అంటే C by N is equal to PR by N and PR value ఏంటి చూసుకోవాలి. PR value is PT GT GR minus losses, all the losses, PR value. So you are going to get these losses. You are going to get this PR. అంటే C by N ని రెండు పాయింట్లకు పెట్టండి. దిస్ PR వాల్యూ ఒకసారి కనుక్కోవాలి. నెంబర్ 2 N వాల్యూ కనుక్కోవాలి DBs లో. అప్పుడు 1 లో నుంచి 2 తీసేస్తే వచ్చేది. దట్ ఈస్ అవర్ ఎయిమ్ సింప్లీ. So now PR is PT GT GR minus losses. PT has been given as 10. In the problem in the table, just you can check it. GT is given as 27. GR is given as 40.2. DB లో కాబట్టి ఇవన్నీ యాడ్ చేయాలి. PT plus GT plus GR ఇవన్నీ DB లో కాబట్టి యాడ్ చేయాలి. Minus what are the total losses? This is nothing but the waveguide transmission loss, total path losses, this atmospheric absorption loss, and waveguide receiving waveguide losses, because all these 4 losses are given in the link budget. So those values are LTW is 1.5. This is the total path loss 196 dB, LA absorption loss, atmospheric absorption 0.1 dB, and LRW receiving waveguide loss 0.5. So now if you take this one, you are going to get the minus 120.9 dB watts. So this is the PR. This is the PR you got 1. And now coming back to this 2 is nothing but the KTBN. What is this noise power you are going to obtain at the receiving antenna of the earth station is KTBN. KTBN. K already given, minus 228.6 plus T temperature 21.5 dB value has been given. Bandwidth 25 megahertz dB edges already been given. 74 in that link budget table. You can substitute simply. You are going to get minus 133. Therefore, C by N is equals to PR minus N, 120 minus 120.9 minus 133.1. You are going to get 12.2 dB. Or just convert that into a ratio. You are going to get C by N power ratio is 16.59. So now clear. So in this problem, it is given that link power budget, all the data has been given in terms of the dB. If you did not give the dB values, just you convert them into the dB, and it will be easier for you to get the final answer, just subtracting the denominator value from the numerator. So calculate the ikkada me kanukovalsini, please be clear. C by N for downlink. So C carrier forward by the downlink is given as PT GT GR minus losses. All are given. Get it. Noise power KT BN. All are given. Get it. And you take this C by N, that is the PR minus N, you are going to convert them into the ratio. That is 16.5. So that is what is the number 1. Problem number 1. And problem number 2 is, oh, please, all of you go through that problem again after this class. And now I'm going for the second problem. So in this second problem, design a transmitting earth station. So please say, please remember, you have to understand each and every word. Design a transmitting earth station to provide a clear air. Design a transmitting earth station to provide a clear air, clear air, C by N of 26 dB in a C-band transponder at 6.285 gigahertz. It is full stop. So now what? Design a transmitting earth station. And the earth station design cheyalante what for? To provide the carrier to provide a clear air lo losses లేనటువంటి క్లియర్ ఎయిర్ లో టు ప్రొవైడ్ ఏ C by N of 26 dB in C-band transponder operating at 6.285 GHz. ఇక్కడ ఇంత ముందు దాంట్లో ప్రాబ్లం లో 3.95 GHz, ఇక్కడ 6.25 GHz అంటే ఏంటిది అప్లింక్. అందుకని ఇక్కడ డిజైన్ ఏ ట్రాన్స్మిటింగ్ ఎర్త్ స్టేషన్. బై లుకింగ్ ఇన్ టు దిస్ ఆల్సో ప్లీజ్ కెన్ హ్యావ్ ది ఐడియా. ట్రాన్స్మిటింగ్ ఎర్త్ స్టేషన్ ఇక్కడ 6.25 GHz, ఇంత ముందు డౌన్ లింక్ 3.95 ఆఫ్ ఏ C-band. సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఎర్త్ స్టేషన్ డిజైన్ చేయడానికి C by N ratio 26 dB ఉండాలి. సో నౌ he has given that for the transmitting earth station the C by N 26 dB ఉండాలి. That's what design a transmitting earth station to provide a clear air C by N of 26 dB in a C-band transponder at this frequency. Full stop. Now use an uplink antenna. Use an uplink antenna because the transmitting earth station definitely it will be the uplink one only. Use an uplink antenna with a diameter of 9 meters. That means uplink antenna. Here it is the antenna. It will be antenna diameter. Is it right? ఇక్కడ మనం ఏం చేస్తాం, ఇలా డయామీటర్ చూపిస్తాం. దిస్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ది అప్లింక్ యాంటెనా విత్ ఏ డయామీటర్ ఆఫ్ 9 meters and aperture efficiency of 68%. Eta A aperture efficiency, antenna aperture efficiency eta A has been given. Find the, this is what, find the uplink transmitter power, uplink transmitter power required to achieve the required C by N. బాబు ఒకసారి చూడండి, this is what is your aim. Please look into this statement. Find the uplink transmitter power. Clear? అంటే PT కనుక్కోవాలి. What for? Find the uplink transmitter power. Find the uplink transmitter power required. PT power required. PT to achieve the required C by N. What is this C by N? Already 26 dB C by N ఉండాలి అంటే 26 dB C by N ఉండాలంటే to achieve the required C by N ఉంది కదా. This C by N is nothing but this 26 dB already given in the above statement. So 26 dB C by N ఉండాలంటే what could be the transmitter uplink transmitter power PT? That is what is you supposed to find in this problem. So further he has given that uplink station is located on the 2 dB contour of the satellite footprint. The uplink station is located on the 2 dB contour of the satellite footprint. That means the contour of the satellite footprint means it is the loss. Because of the satellite uplink station is kept at the contour of this 2 dB satellite footprint, 2 dB loss చూపిస్తుంది. So it will be in the loss, it will be added. Allow 0.5 dB for clear air atmospheric attenuation. Clear air, other losses are neglected. Clear air. So now allow 0.5 dB ఈ clear air లో కూడా 0.5 dB attenuation ఉంటున్నట్టుగా just you are allowed, you have to take 0.5 dB for clear air atmospheric attenuation and other losses. Attenuation and other losses కి 0.5 dB తీసుకోమన్నారు. సో ఇక్కడ 2 losses వస్తాయి. Earth station is located at a 2 dB contour of the satellite footprint. దీనివల్ల 2 dB loss ఉంటుందని ఒకటి. Clear air లో 0.5 dB attenuation ఉంటున్నట్టుగా తీసుకోమన్నారు. So this is what is the problem. So now is it clear for all of you what is the data has been given and what is the thing you need to calculate? ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే uplink earth station, uplink design లో earth station లో PT power ను కనుక్కోవాలి. PT power ను కనుక్కోవాలంటే C by N ratio it is fixed, it is designed to have the carrier to noise power is equals to 26 dB. 26 dB రావాలి అంటే PT పవర్ ఎంత ఉండాలి అంటే ఇక్కడ అప్లింక్ చూసుకోవాలి. అప్లింక్ ఇస్ ఇట్ రైట్? సో అప్లింక్ అంటే ఏంటి? ట్రాన్స్మిటింగ్ పవర్ మైనస్, ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఏం కావాలి? C/N ఆల్రెడీ ఇచ్చేసాడు రైట్. PT పవర్ మనం కనుక్కోవాలి. దీంట్లో అడిషనల్ గా యాంటెనా ఎఫిషియన్సీ ఇచ్చాడు, యాంటెనా డయామీటర్ ఇచ్చాడు. సో ఇక్కడ లాసెస్, ఈ రెండు లాసెస్ ని కన్సిడర్ చేయమన్నారు. 0.5 లాస్ అండ్ 2 dB లాస్ ని కన్సిడర్ చేయమన్నారు. సో నౌ ప్లీజ్ సీ, యువర్ ఎయిమ్ ఈజ్ వెరీ క్లియర్. PT కనుక్కోమంటున్నాడు. సో PT ఫర్ ఏ అప్లింక్, దేర్ఫోర్ అప్లింక్ లో ఎర్త్ స్టేషన్ 1 దగ్గర ట్రాన్స్మిట్ అయ్యే పవర్ ఏంటి? అప్లింక్ లో ట్రాన్స్మిట్ అయ్యే పవర్ PT GT minus losses will be the transmitting power, right? PT GT minus losses will be the transmitting power. Clear? దాంట్లో PT వాల్యూ కావాలి, రైట్? వాట్ ఇస్ దట్ ఫార్ములా? What is the PT GT minus losses is nothing but the power that has been transmitted from the earth station 1 antenna. So now if this signal goes to the satellite receives the signal, and what is that C/N ratio? What is the carrier to noise power ratio that has been received? So it is already defined and given as 26 dB. 26 dB మనకు C/N రేషియో రావాలి అంటే PT GT మైనస్ లాసెస్ తీసుకొని వాట్ ఈస్ ద PT వాల్యూ అనేది కావాలి. దేర్ఫోర్ C/N రేషియో, carrier to noise power ratio is equals to C/N, carrier to noise power ratio is equals to PT GT minus losses. Clear? PT GT minus losses. Clear? మీకు వచ్చేసినట్టుగా దీంట్లో C/N is equals to PT GT minus losses. C/N already 26 dB has been given. 26 is equals to PT వాల్యూ మనం కనుక్కోవాలి. ఇక్కడ GT వాల్యూ కావాలి మైనస్ లాసెస్. లాసెస్ ఆల్రెడీ మనకి 2 లాసెస్ ఇచ్చారు. దట్ ఈస్ ద 2 dB ప్లస్ 0.5 dB, 2.5 dB తీసివేయాలి. దేంట్లో నుండి? PT GT లో నుంచి తీసివేయాలి, రైట్? అక్కడ మనకు GT వాల్యూ తెలిస్తే, ట్రాన్స్మిటింగ్ యాంటెన్నా గెయిన్ తెలిస్తే, PT పవర్ ప్లస్ ట్రాన్స్మిటింగ్ యాంటెన్నా గెయిన్ దట్ పవర్ దట్ వాల్యూ మైనస్ అది తీసేస్తే ఇన్ టర్మ్స్ ఆఫ్ ది dBs లో అన్ని మనకు వచ్చేస్తాయి. సో అప్పుడు మనకు PT ఏమవుతుంది? C/N మైనస్ దట్ రిమైనింగ్ హోల్ టర్మ్ తీసివేస్తే వచ్చేస్తుంది. సో నా ఇక్కడ GR కనుక్కోవడానికి GR కావాలి ఒకటి మనకి, అంతేనా? PT GT మైనస్ లాసెస్ GT కావాలి. సో GT is given as gain, that is eta E, that is the effective antenna aperture efficiency into pi d by lambda square. Pi d by lambda, ఈ టర్మ్స్ కి pi d న్యూమరేటర్ బై lambda, ఈ టర్మ్ కి స్క్వేర్. eta E pi d by lambda హోల్ స్క్వేర్. హోల్ స్క్వేర్ అనేది eta E కాదు, ఎఫిషియన్సీ వాల్యూ eta కాదు. eta E ఇంటూ pi d by lambda స్క్వేర్. దాన్ని మీరు చేసినట్లయితే GT వాల్యూ వస్తుంది. eta ఇచ్చేసారు, pi d వాల్యూ 9 సెంటీమీటర్ డయామీటర్ ఇచ్చారు, లాంబ్డా ఆపరేటింగ్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ ఇచ్చారు, లాంబ్డా కనుక్కోవచ్చు. ఆ వాల్యూ కనుక్కొని మనకు GT వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు PT GT వాల్యూ వచ్చింది, దాన్ని dB లో కన్వర్ట్ చేసి, సో PT ప్లస్ దట్ dB ఆఫ్ ది GT వాల్యూ మైనస్ ఈ 2 లాసెస్ వాల్యూలో it is left side 26 dB ఉంది. సో ఇప్పుడు PT is equal to 26 dB మైనస్ that whole term will give you the PT value. So now this we'll see, this is simple, just whatever I explained now, just putting into this values, equations, just you can simplify that one. And now with this, I'm going to close the class here. And now you can just you can leave the class. Just I'm going to close the classes. I'm going to close the class. So now I will send the YouTube links and all these PPTs to the CRs and CRs which in turn send it to all of you. Please go through this 1, 2, 3. Probably this will be the last class for the third unit. If possible, we'll see one more problem. Then we'll move to the next unit called the multiple access techniques for the satellite communications. So I will share 1, 2, 3 units, all these PPTs, and the video links will also be there. Just you can go through and prepare yourself a separate notes for this with the help of these PPTs. Now, please all of you do that one. Somebody asking videos are not available. I am also few videos I am already few videos are uploaded and you can see them. So now I am going to close the class here. Now you can leave the meeting.